I love all types of fishing, but feeder fishing is my favourite.
The feeder is the new member in the Fifth City family.
People have travelled from all over the world to come here, and they're some of the best talents in the world in this sport.
No, I'm not disappointed with the species. It doesn't matter. Whatever's put in front of you, you have to learn how to catch. My team have never fished for catfish before, so we've had to adapt and change, and that's what makes champions.
Novi Sad is the second largest city in Serbia and the capital of the multi-ethnic and multicultural province of Vojvodina. There are more than 26 ethnic groups in the province. From time to time, Novi Sad contributes to an even greater ethnic and cultural variety by hosting participants of a big international sports event. The 6th World Feeder Championship was one of them.
Hi, my name's Steve Ringer from the Preston Innovations England feeder team. I was actually fortunate enough in Ireland to become individual world champion, which is still the highlight of my angling career. What I like about feeder fishing is it's actually a very simple way of fishing, as in obviously it's rod and reel, but there's lots of variables. There's different types of feeders, you can have different hook lengths, and it's all about varying your feed, varying your feeders, changing your hooks to try and keep in contact with the fish. So it's simple as in the gear, but there's a very technical aspect to it as well. Chopping and changing, just to try and keep in contact with the fish, varying your feed, and the anglers that work the hardest and are probably the best, they come out the winners.
Erdély Attila vagyok Magyarországról, a magyar csapattagjaként horgászom itt a szerbiai Novi Sadon, a Duna-Tisza csatornán, a horgászvilágbajnokságon. 2012-ben nyertem egyéni világbajnoki címet Belgiumban, és akkor a csapatunkkal ezüstérmet szereztünk.
Hello, my name is José Verlist. I came from Portugal, and I'm the last world champion from feeder fishing in the last year in Holland, and I like a lot of this technique. I'm so world champion in carp fishing, but maybe I prefer feeder fishing. Sometimes the fish are smaller, but the pleasure are bigger.
Oh, everybody!
Yes, I'm Jamba Willemse. I'm the world champion 2013 in South Africa. And the reason I like feeder fishing is because it's so technical, the speed involved, and all the aspects that goes with it.
One thing that I would like to mention to you is the distance that we travel from South Africa is by far the furthest of all the teams participating in the World Championships every year. It's thanks to South Africa that it can be called a World Championships, because otherwise it would only be a European Championships.
Hello!
Hello!
DTD canal upwards is quite shallow, and it's full of this floating grass on the top of the water. And when the boats are shifting in to the championship place, all this weed stuff is coming in with the boats. They are floating out, floating down to the Danube by the wind, but the wind has changed the direction every single day. So the organizer tried their best to take out the goods from the water. They were cleaning it every morning, every evening. But as the wind changed the next day, it was coming back again. And it affected a lot the first few training days, especially Monday and Wednesday. We had a problem. We had to stop fishing for an hour or 1.5 hours because it was impossible to use a feeder rod which goes to the bottom and the weed is somewhere in the middle. So it was not so good, but finally at the end of the week the solution is done because the dam is closed now.
Želim vam da u Novom Sadu provedete lepe trenutke, da se družite, takmičarski aspekt, naravno da je u prvom planu, želim da pobedi najbolji i da prvom narednom prilikom ponovo posetite naš grad, bilo kao turisti ili bilo kao takmičari u vašoj omiljenoj disciplini i sportu.
I declare open this 6th Feeder World Fishing Championships. May the best team win.
Evo na polovini smo oficijalno dela takmičenja, četvrtak i danas, evo posle svečanog otvaranja. Dosta dobro je bilo i ono što je bitno, kad će ponedjeljak, jedva čekamo, malo smo se umorili, ali to nije ništa za ovu ekipu koja radi. Veliki broj ljudi je uključen u sve ovo i mislim da ćemo izgurati do kraja kako treba.
Bravo, bravo!
The weather today is beautiful. It's 35 degrees, very windy, which is keeping us cool, which I think is better for the fishing. But the last few days we've had a bit of rain and a few thunderstorms, but in general the weather's been fine really. But it is really, really warm at the moment.
Vetar je promenio pravac, ali ne bi trebalo da nam predstavlja neki veliki problem s obzirom da smo mi navikli ovdje, da je to naš domaći teren, navikli smo na vetar da menja, da vodostaj varira, da trava ide, ne ide. Tako da očekujemo sutra uz malo sreće na žrebu povoljan rezultat, a povoljan rezultat za nas bi bio da budemo u prvih 10.
The thing is about feeder fishing, it doesn't matter what the weather's like because it's very easy. If it was very windy, you can't hold the Rebasian, the pole, or the waggler, make the waggler work, but with the feeder, because it's plastic and got some weights on, it goes straight to the bottom. So it makes the fishing easy. So anybody can do it. It's an easy technique to master. What you have to master is the species that you're fishing for, whether they're bream or carp or different species. But generally the feeder fishing is a fairly easy technique.
Some people were a little bit worried about the fact that the dam is closed and no extra water can come to the fish place, to the venue itself. And we were a little bit afraid of course, that the weights what we can catch will drop. Actually didn't. So I think today, the Friday training day, had the most fish on the venue, and the dam is closed for 2 days already.
Number 2.
2. 7. 14.
¿Cuánto?
14.
14.
Evo, nekoliko minuta pred početak prvog kruga takmičenja. Sve je spremno, svi su na svojim mestima i čekamo onaj znak za početak takmičenja. Nadam se da će ovo vreme poslužiti, da ćemo imati na kraju dobro vreme, da ne bude nekih različitih padavina ili bilo čega što bi ometalo takmičenje. Ono što sam rekao na samom početku važi sada. Bistro, i mir u srcu.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The feeder is the new member in the fifth DTD family because it's the last World Championship that started 6 years ago in 2011 in Italy. Is the first edition, and it's growing year by year. Each year is growing, and now there is the record because this year there are 28 countries participating. Is the record for feeder, and we have 3 new members in our feeder family, and the 3 new members is Bosnia, is Croatia, is Bulgaria.
Ovdje vidimo nekoliko taktika, znači ljudi se opredeljuju da li za belu ribu, da li za, kako mi kažemo, manjova, terpana, abisinca ili već kako, američko to somče. Međutim, neki pokušavaju da vijaju i najlonku, poznatu deveriku špicera, kako neki kažu. Međutim, dobro morate da razmislite šta radite. Kombinovanjem tehnika teško možete napraviti rezultat, znači jako je teško. Ja sam sam to kao takmičar iskusio više navrata, znači probate, namestite se za jedno, ono radi drugo, pa nećete da ispoštujete ribu koja radi. To je jednostavno greška. Znači morate da poštujete ono što hoće da radi i to pecate do kraja. Sviđalo se to vama ili ne?
Вообще русская команда в 2011 году была чемпионом мира в Италии. В прошлом году мы заняли 4-е место. Ну, в этом году не знаю, как получится. Будем стараться и, надеюсь, удача придет, посетит нас.
Last year there is another World Championship for feeder, a new championship for feeder is Championship for Club, Feeder for Club Championships. The first edition is next year in Spain, and it's possible to have 3 clubs for each country. I'm sure that there is a very successful edition.
$3,909. 2,366.
Nagy reményekkel, nagy fölkészüléssel jöttünk el erre a versenyre. Az első forduló nem egészen úgy sikerült, ahogy szerettem volna, egy szektor 3-as eredményt sikerült elérni. A következő nap remélem jobban fog sikerülni.
Okay. Yeah. 5541. 5512.
8697.
14134.
The ranking after the first day of the 6th World Feeder Championship showed that the England national team fished excellently and made a big step forward in winning the 3rd gold medal. But the top of the rank list also suggested that in the end of the competition, names of some other teams could be added to the World Feeder Champions list as well. Narrow point gaps in the parts of the ranking list below promised an exciting and uncertain competition on the second day of this great event.
Today is the second day of the competition. Yesterday is the first leg of the competition, and there is very good leg because there is a lot of fish, and not only a lot of fish, but a lot of fish everywhere. There is no particular peg better than the other, and the venues is regular, very good.
The difference between today and yesterday was, in my opinion, that yesterday much more fish on the venue, and this day the bigger ones who built yesterday the weight aren't here. You can't catch bonus fish like yesterday. I think that's a big problem today for many of the competitions.
We are equal with the Germans from yesterday, but as far as I've heard from the sections today, they are ahead in 3 sections. They're together with us, and in all 3 sections they're ahead. I think they're going for the title this year. We will see what the English do, but normally they go for the title, as far as I expect in a moment.
I only fish for gold medals, and anything else is, you know, a disappointment really. Because we've won it last 2 years, that's the only thing I teach my team to do, is to win gold medals. And if you win another medal by trying to win gold, I have no problem. But I'll never fish for silver. If I had to fish for silver, I'd pack in fishing. So for me, there's only one target, and that's fish for a gold.
This year, on the Danube-Tisa-Danube Canal, the Germans dominated. They won team and individual gold medals, plus individual bronze.
And Mrs. Barbara Durante.
The team from England earned double silver, and Austria married with team bronze. The new world individual champion is Jens Dirksen, with the record catch of the competition weighing 14 kilos and 134 grams, put in the keep net on the first day. Steve Ringer from England got silver, and Dirksen's colleague from the German team, Felix Scheuermann, won bronze.
I think there are many small things which were important for this fishing. Especially on the second day, it was that you have to feed a lot and very often. So you should not wait too long until you remove the feeder and to refill it again. And I think this was very important today. So this was one key of the success in the end. Yeah!
Rubbish. No good.
Believe me, these people, they have wives and kids at home, but they have a second marriage. They fish they fish all the time, and fishing is in their mind, well, every hour of every day. And I always say they have two marriages, and this is to prove in this kind of fishing.